The mysterious, the macabre, the out of this world. The following are real people. They have real stories, and they've had real encounters. Here tonight on Newsworthy, two words and two question marks.
He's alive! Have you checked the children? Get out!
It was a cold March evening in 1848 in the small hamlet of Hydesville, New York, when strange events began unfolding in the home of the Fox family. Young Margaret and Kate Fox, aged 14 and 11 respectively, huddled in their dimly lit bedroom, their breaths shallow with anticipation. It had begun with faint rappings, a rhythmic rapping against the walls and furniture, seemingly communicating in an eerie, unspoken language. The sisters, eyes wide with anticipation and mixture of fear and excitement, had an idea. They asked some questions, and the unseen force responded. Word spread like wildfire. Their mother, overcome with a mix of dread and belief, invited neighbors to witness the phenomenon. The sisters devised a system where a certain number of knocks meant yes or no, and soon they claimed contact with the spirit, a murdered peddler whose body they alleged had been buried beneath their home. The townspeople were captivated, and some were terrified. The notion that spirits could reach across the veil sent shockwaves throughout the community. It was not long before the girls were whisked away to Rochester, where their eldest sister Lee took charge, realizing they had huge potential for fame and fortune. The Fox sisters became the centerpiece of the spiritualistic movement, holding grand seances in candlelit parlors and massive theaters. They gathered audiences of believers, skeptics, and scientists alike, promising messages from beyond the grave. Their abilities seemed undeniable. The knocks came regularly, answering questions with astonishing accuracy. With Lee managing the affairs, Margaret and Kate were paraded before the public like prophets of a new era. Yet, cracks did begin to form in their seemingly unshakable facade. By the 1870s, Margaret and Kate both had succumbed to alcoholism, weighed down by years of deception and internal conflict. The movement that they helped spark had grown far beyond them, with countless mediums emerging, each claiming to have spiritual guided gifts and abilities. The sisters were now relics of a bygone era, struggling with the knowledge of what they had done. Then, in 1888, the year that would become their unraveling, a respected reporter named John W. Livingston, long skeptical of the sisters' claim, relentlessly pursued the truth. Margaret, feeling abandoned by the movement and desperate for redemption, finally broke her silence. Standing before a crowd in New York's Academy of Music, she confessed the grand deception. The raps, she announced, were nothing more than the cracking of her toe joints. She demonstrated, lifting her foot to show how she manipulated the noises. The audience gasped. Some refused to believe. Others felt the sting of betrayal. They detailed how their mother had encouraged them at first, and how Lee had turned them into a trick, their parlor trick into an complete and total empire. She revealed that even her supposed first spirit, the murdered peddler, was nothing more but than a fabrication. With Margaret's confession, spiritualism trembled. Those who had built their careers upon seances dismissed her revelation, claiming she was lying in bitterness or confusion. Others, especially skeptics, seized upon her words, declaring the entire movement a farce. Kate, equally damaged by years of deception and substance abuse, soon followed her sister's admission, but it was too late for either of them. The public, once enthralled by their mysticism, now only saw ruined women, symbols of fraud and tragedy. Margaret and Kate lived out the final years of their lives in obscurity, their once celebrated name buried beneath the dust of history. Though their confession was clear, the movement endured. Even today, spiritualism and seances persist, their origins traced back to two young girls in a cold bedroom, cracking their toes beneath the covers. And so, the Fox sisters remain one of history's most famous or infamous deceptions, a testament to human belief, trickery, the enduring desire to reach someone else's life and death, and to have their own encounter. Today's episode brought to you by our great sponsors, Ed Locke at USA Mortgage and Smoking Gun Jerky of Lincoln, Nebraska. Use code CRYPTID10 for a great discount. And Jerry, if you can't see the light,
Be the light.